The second station, Jesus takes up his cross. From the Gospel according to Matthew. Then the soldiers of the governor took Jesus into the governor's headquarters, and they gathered the whole cohort around him. They stripped him and put a scarlet robe on him, and after twisting some thorns into a crown, they put it on his head. They put a reed in his right hand and knelt before him and mocked him, saying, "Hail, King of the Jews!" They spat on him and took the reed and struck him on the head. After mocking him, they stripped him of the robe and put his own clothes on him. Then they led him away to crucify him. Jesus, condemned as an imposter king, is mocked, but this very mockery lays bare a painful truth. How often are the symbols of power, borne by the great ones of this world, an affront to truth, to justice, and to the dignity of man? How many times are their pomps and their lofty words nothing but grandiose lies, a parody of their solemn obligation to serve the common good? It is because Jesus is mocked and wears the crown of suffering that he appears as the true king. His sceptre is justice. The price of justice in this world is suffering. Jesus, the true king, does not reign through violence, but through a love which suffers us and with us. He takes up the cross, our cross, the burden of being human, the burden of the world. And so he goes before us and points out to us the way which leads to true life. Lord, you willingly subjugated yourself to mockery and scorn. Help us not to ally ourselves with those who look down on the weak and suffering. Help us to acknowledge your face in the lowly and the outcast. May we never lose heart when faced with the contempt of this world, which ridicules our obedience to your will. You carried up your own cross, and you ask us to follow you on this path. Help us to take up the cross and not to shun it. May we never complain or become discouraged by life's trials. Help us to follow the path of love and, in submitting to its demands, to find true love.